Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be reviewing the Topeak Headlux 100 USB LED front bike light. Being safe while riding means you should have a bike light on your bike during the day and the night, and that's where more affordable and lightweight lights like the Topeak Headlux 100 USB come into play. These are lightweight and very flexible mounting designs that can be mounted on your bike, your helmet, or other gear to ensure other people see you. At only 100 lumens, it's not bright enough to light up the road, but it's bright enough to attract the attention of drivers or other riders. Packaging is really simple, very similar to a lot of Topeak products. You have the yellow and white color scheme, a nice little interactive window here where you can actually turn the light on and off. All the features are in on the sides and back, as well as the FL1 standard metrics here. I'll go ahead and take it out of the box and we'll go over the specs. So retail price on this is $27.95. As the name implies, it's a 100 lumen output. And it also has an integrated USB dongle, which is really cool. So there are no cables here. Instead, the USB dongle is actually built directly into the light itself. So once you pop off the rubber cover, you can see the dongle directly built in. It's also a bidirectional mounting design, which is something Topeak does with the other Headlux. You can mount this side to side or back to front. So that works on aero bars, flat, round handlebars, helmet, so a very flexible design. They use these simple grooves and the supplied mounts. It has a 500 milliamp lithium ion battery directly integrated in here that's rechargeable. And also has 3 output modes. You have low, medium, high. You have high, low, and then the flash mode. And finally, you have 40 hours of runtime in the flash mode. In terms of what comes in the box, you get the 2 mount options. So you get the long strap, and this is great for handlebars. Then you get the side-to-side strap, which is great for aero bar extensions or mounting this underneath a out front mount. So you can see you can flip this, and it's a little wedge design with this rubber gasket. You also get the instruction manual that goes over the operation and mounting of the light. The mounting is a little bit difficult with the strap, so we'll go over that later. Now let's look at the weight of the Headlux. So the headlight with the little strap, that comes out at 36 grams, so quite light. And then if you wanted to use the other option for a vertical or horizontal mount, or if you want to put on an aero bar, those 2 little rubber pieces come in at only 6 grams. Now let's take a look at the fit and finish of the Headlux 100 USB. It's a very compact design. It's almost the size of a thumb drive, so you can see it fits in your palm of your hand. It's not much bigger than your actual thumb. It's a very small light that's designed to help you be seen, and you can see it has a dual LED design on the front. Very simple lens, nothing more than a little circle. It's plastic body. Simple branding here. You have Headlux 100 USB written, Topeak on the other side, and it's almost a symmetrical design. You can see the shape is nearly identical, left to right, top to down. And then the interface is a single button. So it's a little rubber button here. One press turns it on. Press it again to keep cycling through the options. You only have high, low, flash. And then again to turn it off. There is no long press to turn it on or off, which is something other Topeak's lights have. It's a little bit strange. Most lights have a hole to turn on and off, but this one doesn't. It has their mounting tabs directly built into the body. You can see these 2 hooks and then little cutouts here. And then you also have this rubber grip here as well that helps it hold its place. And then the most unique part about this is the fact that it has the USB dongle built in underneath this rubber. So if you pull the rubber off, it takes a little bit of force, but once you pull it out, you can see the USB dongle is built directly into the light. So you don't need a charging cable. You just simply plug this directly into your computer or outlet. It is a little bit bigger than a small cable, so if you have a very narrow area, it might not fit, but it's an extruded design, so it should work with most applications. Pop it back into place, and it feels really premium. Like a lot of Topeak products, it's not the most affordable light. At only 100 lumens and at this price point, there are better options out there, but this always feels really well built. You can see a nice and sturdy cover, and everything feels really nice. There's no molding lines or anything else exposed. Now in terms of mounting, you have a couple options. You have the long strap, the side-to-side strap, and then a little cover. And what's pretty ingenious about this is that the cover fits directly on top. You can see these little cutouts here. If you want to simply place this on a helmet or maybe on an aero bar extension, you simply place that in there, and you can see it's a wedge design. So if you were to put this under your computer mount, you would just have to align this correctly. So if you want to angle it downward, you can see that would do that. And then you can take the little hook, the strap, run it through, and you can mount this underneath your bike computer, as long as you have the little spot for it. So this works great with a center mount or out front mount. And you can also put this on a aero bar extension, like a tube, as this will work really well. So it is stretchable, you can see it goes out. The other thing about this is you can also use the bi-directional mount, which is what they call this cross hooks on the left and right. So you can use this on a helmet by simply pulling this over, and if you have a very large vent channels, you can run it through and then pop it out. So that's one direction, so it'll be mounted here through your helmet vents. Otherwise, you can mount this on a handlebar, so a horizontal handlebar, and that's a little bit tricky, and we'll show you on the bike as well. But you simply want to line up the actual rubber strap with this little indentation. Then you want to run it forward, so you want to run it through these little hooks, wrap it around, so you come all the way around, and then you have to go through. So you want to make sure it lines up again here. It takes a little bit of force to do, and it's not nearly as convenient as a little Garmin mount, but gives you a lot of flexibility. Now let's go over how to mount the Headlux 100. It's probably the most confusing part about the light because of its bi-directional design. So you notice there's two grooves at the bottom of the light. You want to take the long strap, put it centered through that, pull up and over, wrap it around the handlebars. You want to bring it all the way around a second time. So pull up and then over. And you want to make sure the second time goes through the tabs on the side. So if you do that correctly, you should see it nice and stable, minimal adjustment, and it works pretty well. What's nice about this is you can also take this off, and it's bi-directional in the sense that you can also use the side hooks to mount it underneath your stem or your helmet. So here I can just put this up and over and then wrap it through the other hook, and you can see nice and hidden. And you can also do this with a center mount as well. Here you can see the three different output modes of the light. They look like they're all flashing, but it's actually a high constant, a low constant, and then flash. Flash mode gives the 40-hour runtime, the high is the 100 lumen with 3.3 hours, and then the low is 1.5, so pretty decent. As far as daytime visibility, it's pretty good here. You can see all the way at the end of the road. The flash mode is nice and bright. At only 100 lumens, I don't recommend riding with the Headlux at night unless you're in urban settings with a lot of street lights. But it's a great secondary light or for daytime use. So now let's do a little comparison between the Topeak 100 USB and some other products. The most direct comparison we have is the Headlux 450 USB, which we previously reviewed. Very similar designs, dual LED, symmetric body, simple one-button interface that you have to cycle through. The hook's directly built in. The main difference between these is obviously the 450 is more expensive, has 450 lumens, so much brighter. It's a metal body as well, and it doesn't have the USB dongle directly built in. It has a little port, and you just plug in a micro USB cable. But otherwise, same bi-directional mounting. They didn't include the little nifty cover. Instead, it just has a flat piece here, and you can use the standard O-ring. Now, the most direct comparison we have with the 100 is actually the Light in Motion Via Pro. Very similar design. You can see simple body. The Via Pro has a buttonless design and the USB dongle built in as well. Now, Light in Motion went a step ahead as well. Instead of the mounting this with rubber straps, the mount actually uses the USB dongle. So you plug it in their mount, lock it into place, and then it automatically turns on. It has a motion sensor and a light sensor. So it'll actually adjust its output depending on the ambient light. Very nifty product with the dual side indicators and this nice flashing pattern to make sure you're seen. Right now it's in the night mode, so it's a lot brighter. In the day mode, it'll have a nice pulse. So more features on this one. Obviously the Topeak doesn't have any of the sensors, and it has a more simple interface, but the Via is more expensive obviously, and less versatile in terms of mounting. And if you need to be seen, I highly recommend going up in lumens. At this price point, you can get affordable lights, such as the Magicshine. So we have the Magicshine Allty 400 here. You can see larger, So it's taller, Garmin mount, a much more impressive Cree LED with these little deflectors here to prevent glare, and then USB Type-C charging port here instead of the dongle. So this one's about the same price, but a lot brighter and less versatile in terms of mounting. You can't just strap it onto something. You actually have to have a Garmin mount. And if you need to see at night, I highly recommend going up in power. This is the Magicshine Allty 1000 lumens, and it'll definitely light up the road, where the Headlux 100 is better just to have flashing mode so other people see you. Now let's go over the pros and cons for the Headlux 100. What we like about it is the integrated USB dongle. You don't have to worry about charging cables. You just take the light and plug it directly into a USB port. Also, it has a simple bidirectional mounting design, which makes it really easy to put on your handlebars, underneath a center mount, on a helmet, or anywhere you need it. It also has a compact and lightweight form factor, so you won't really feel it even if you were to helmet mount it. Some of the cons for the light is the fact that it's a high rate of flash. It's a little bit annoying to look at. Wish they would have slowed it down a bit. And also, you do have to cycle through all the modes to turn the light on or off, which is a little bit weird. You can't actually hold. The only action you can do is one press. So that's a little bit strange, but something we've seen with the other Topeak lights. It also lacks a battery status checker. You only have a low battery indicator, so it's pretty easy to miss. Taking everything into account, we'd give the Headlux 100 an 8.8 out of 10. It's very compact and versatile light, great for daytime use. Thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can see more content from us on our website at thesweetcyclist.com, as well as follow us on Instagram at thesweetcyclist. This is The Sweet Cyclist, reminding you to enjoy the ride.